have won their 22nd consecutive game.
We're just trying to make a mark in NBA history.
The Heat are on a streak for the ages, but the Celtics won't go down without a fight.
A little extra activity breaking out.
Miami's in Boston, where last year the King reigned supreme.
What a performance for LeBron James.
The Heat took this season's first duel on a night of celebration before the Celtics held home court in dramatic fashion.
He wants the pressure of the last shot.
The rivalry is renewed. The stakes are high. NBA Tonight, we're starting right now.
I hope they lose every game the rest of the season.
Cole Wright and Chris Mullin running the two-man weave here on NBA Tonight. And, of course, the biggest story entering the evening, the Miami Heat on a remarkable run of 22 games in a row. And as coincidence would have it, they would take on a Boston Celtics team who upended the Houston Rockets 5 years ago to the day when they had a string of 22 in a row as well. So this one would get good. Celtics, 10 straight home regular season wins versus the Heat. So something had to give in this one. And Chris, Jeff Green, I'll tell you what, this cat came out. He was on fire from three, from all over the place. He was 5 of 7 from deep.
Cole, you said something had to give. How about Jeff Green giving 43? Hot all night long, aggressive, slashing. Great game by Jeff Green.
He gave a great effort as well. Celtics ended the quarter on a 17-zip run. Green, 14 in the quarter. Eric Spoelstra not happy with his team's effort.
There's no excuses for them playing that much harder than us, but we have now 3 quarters to change that, and we'll see what happens.
Well, they began in the second. LeBron James was making his presence felt. Dwayne Wade gets the steal, pushes it ahead. Norris Cole goes up top, and LeBron adding insult to injury to Jason Terry, jumping off his chest.
Well, Eric Spoelstra said he wanted to pick up the pace. LeBron James obliges, and Jason Terry in the poster.
Yeah, he was called for the tee, a little taunting there, but it was a little bit worth it. Wouldn't you say that was quite the emphatic jam? Now, later in the quarter, Cole gets the rip, chased down by Avery Bradley, gets the block. The Celtics, they say, hey, let's get it moving. We're going the other way. And Paul Pierce, he's the captain for a reason, Chris.
Great defense, great rundown block, and then Paul Pierce with the dagger 3.
He sure can shoot the rock. Look at this one more time. Fantastic defensive play by Bradley. That's one of the reasons the Boston franchise brought him in from the University of Texas. Celtics up 6 at the half. They shot 62% in the first. Now, fourth quarter, Green again. 43 points, as you mentioned. The Green team up 7. LeBron, all he could do was watch from the bench.
Not for long, though, because LeBron James is going to come in and take over this fourth quarter, Cole.
That he would. Flip the switch in the fourth and final. Buries his triple try. Heat within 10 and over 5 to play. Down 6. LeBron to the cup with reckless abandon. Gets the lay-in to go. Miami to within 4. So here we go. Under 3 minutes to play, Mully. Heat down a pair. Mario Chalmers. Heat by 1.
And LeBron James with 37 points, but also 12 assists, the big assist right there.
Now, we saw what Avery Bradley did on the defensive side of the ball. How about offensively? Triple, good, Celtics by 2. And this one, it was going to come down to the wire, no mistaking about that. Now, under 2 to go, Bradley. Well, this time it's Ray Allen finding LeBron. And LeBron gets the putback. Game tied, 103 each. Now, 15 seconds to go. LeBron over Green. And this is what a lot of Miami fans really want to see from LBJ.
Well, he's got the whole package, Cole. He's got the post play now, the three-point shot. He gets to the free throw line, and he's worked on his perimeter shooting. Unstoppable.
Little celebration after that. He had 37, 7, and 12. He was good. Then Green, stripped by Shane Battier. The ball goes out of bounds. It would be reviewed. Battier appeared to hit the ball last. Boston, they would maintain possession, but Battier told him, he said, you hit it last, as they came out of the timeout and after the play went under review. But 7 seconds to go, Celtics on the inbound. Paul Pierce, tough 3. No good. Miami, they held on to get the W, 105-103. They've now rattled off a gaudy 23 straight wins. So as they extend their streak to 23, they now maintain the second longest streak in NBA history. LeBron James, 37 points, and here he is after the win.
We knew no matter who's in uniform for those guys, they got a championship DNA, and we got to work for it. So, you know, we was down a lot of times tonight, more than we would like to be, but we got enough defensive stops, executed offensively, and I was able to make one more play down the stretch.
You're going to keep hearing about this streak. It's not 23. What's that mean to you guys?
That means a lot to the simple fact that we got better once again. This is a hostile environment, and for us to come in here and get a big win on the road today was awesome.
And we wanted to get this one, obviously, for our brother.
Ray, and we felt bad that it took us the second time. We do take that very seriously. At every place that we've gone, we've been able to take care of business.
They're pretty good, number one, so that was some of it. LeBron killed us in the paint. But, you know, so some of that, yeah, maybe not having Kevin, some of it, we made some bad mistakes, and we know it. You know, and we know what they are. And the good news is a lot of them are, you don't have to fix them. We should have done them, and that's good news.
Doc and the Celtics all about accountability, but big deficit, no big deal for the Heat during this winning streak. The 17 points they overcame in this game, well, that would be their biggest during said streak, but they also overcame a 16-point deficit to the Knicks and double-digit deficits to the Trailblazers and Hawks. Now, the Heat, they trailed by as many as 13 points in the fourth quarter of this one against the Boston Celtics, but they emerged victorious. They have now rattled off 23 wins in a row, but in the winning effort, the Boston Celtics, they fought tooth and nail with Miami. So as you look at the big picture, what did you really learn from this one? What was your takeaway?
Well, the obvious thing, Cole, the Miami Heat are clicking on all cylinders. LeBron James playing on another stratosphere. Dwayne Wade is 100% healthy now, playing great basketball. Chris Bosh playing wonderful basketball as well. Their role players are comfortable, but the Boston Celtics tonight look like the old Celtics from the 1980s, sharing the basketball, getting out in transition, playing fast, very decisive. They don't have Rajon Rondo, a guy to beat people off the dribble, so they do with the pass. How about Jeff Green all night long, attacking the rim, getting into the paint. Look at this beautiful slashing move. 43 big points for Jeff Green. The Miami Heat, led by LeBron James, 37 points, yes, but notice in the double team, he had 12 assists.
Absolutely.
And I think the confidence he shows in his teammates and a great vision here, a huge play, simple, but a big play, relying on Mario Chalmers to knock down a three-point shot. So to me, both these teams are ready for a big playoff run. Doc Rivers, what a great job he's done, changing the Celtic team, playing faster. I think it'd be really key if they can maintain that fast pace when Kevin Garnett comes back.
LeBron James, remarkable player. His Miami Heat on a remarkable run, but it's not the best from the National Basketball Association. That's the 71-72 Los Angeles Lakers, and the Heat, they're in hot pursuit of that squad. That's a team that boasted the likes of Wilt Still, Jerry West, Gail Goodrich, you might have heard of him. And how about the president of the Miami Heat? That would be Pat Riley. What a coincidence that is. So we checked with our friends over at AccuScore, who ran 10,000 computer simulation of the Heat's upcoming schedule. It gives the Miami an index of 85%. That's when it comes to extending their streak on Wednesday at the Cavaliers, plus an easy walk over the next few games. However, the odds drop down to 41% through the next week's games. That's when they take on the Chicago Bulls. So somewhat of a soft schedule ahead for the Miami Heat. Do you see any pitfalls? When do you see the streak coming to a close?
The way they're playing, I don't see it coming to a close. But, Cole, the one game I'm looking at is at San Antonio. No disrespect to the other teams on that schedule there, but the good teams, they usually play one side of the court. But the San Antonio Spurs are a great team. They got good individual defenders, and they'll play a fast-paced offensive game. So I think that game at San Antonio, if it's going to be broken, will be broken at San Antonio Spurs. Their team defense, and I think they can maintain a game up in the 105-110 area.
Makes perfect sense. A team full of wily veterans. The Miami Heat, red hot, 23 in a row.